Episode 5, When the Cock Crows Twice. They say when a snake wants to strike, it doesn't hiss, it watches first, coils, and waits. Yua was watching. And her moment had come. It had been days since Io flew back to the UK. The compound had returned to its regular silence. Emma's laughter, once like drumbeats through the estate air, had faded into whispers and long sighs. She sat most times in her apartment, scrolling through old pictures of herself and Io. The swimming pool selfie, the ice cream smiles, the hug outside the airport. She missed him. Truly. And that kind of missing wraps around a woman's chest like a wrapper tied too tight. On a quiet evening, there was a knock. It was Yua. She stepped in, holding a bottle of soft drink and a small transparent water sachet she had taken from Emma's freezer. "My sister," she began, with a small smile, "you day try oh. You know even day cry say man don leave you. If an Amy, I for don faint." Emma chuckled weakly. "I day try. But no easy." Yua sat close, placing the drinks on the table. "At least you get somebody we love you. Me. Air I day romance every night." Emma laughed gently. That was how Yua began to creep into her lonely hours, keeping her company, telling silly jokes, talking about the neighbors. And slowly, Emma's heart began to return to its normal rhythm. Until one afternoon, Yua brought up something new. She opened the freezer, grabbed another water sachet and said with a casual tone, get one lady thing we day happen this Friday, girls' night out. IWN carry you go." Emma didn't even raise her head. "I know day go anywhere beg." But Yua pressed on. "Come on Na, remember say you carry me waka that time Io come. You know leave me for house. You even carry me go pool, pizza, all those places. Make I show you small love too. No be bad thing." Emma hesitated. Yua added with a smile, "Na girls' night out. Well, not just girls. But trust me, you go like What Emma didn't know was that Yua wasn't just inviting her out. She was selling her. This was no girls' night. It was coded hookup business, a world of whispered prices and men who saw beauty as transaction. That was how Yua survived. That was the real reason her UK man cut her off. He had found out she was selling herself like groundnut on roadside. But Emma, a woman full of joy, blind trust, and soft heart, finally agreed. Yua clapped her hands in excitement. She ran into her wardrobe, scattering clothes on the bed like a woman preparing for festival. "Emma, this cloth go hug your body. And this skirt go show your legs small, no be too much." Emma just laughed and let her talk. She didn't suspect a thing. By 10 p.m., the cab arrived. They both stepped out of Lagos Country Home Estate gate and entered quietly. The night was humid. The air smelled like perfume and petrol. Destination, Lagos Ocean Nightclub. The lights were loud. The music, madness. Yua nodded her head immediately they walked in, raising 2 fingers to greet one of the bouncers. She was a regular. Emma walked slower, eyes wide, her spirit unsettled. It was like walking into a jungle where all the animals wore makeup and gold chains. Yua led her straight to the VIP lounge where a young man sat, surrounded by shisha pipes, loud perfume, and a cold, half-finished bottle of Ace of Spades. The moment the man saw Emma, he jumped slightly in excitement, like someone greeting his bride. "Ah, so you be the fine babe you are day talk about," he said, smiling too much. Emma was confused. "Excuse me?" But before she could finish, he already waved his hand. "Order anything. I'm equal to the tax." Emma, still unsure, quietly asked for Desperado, a small bottle. But Yua, who had already lit shisha, screamed. 2 big bottles of stout. Then she began nodding her head again, blowing smoke like a masquerade on festival day. After a while, Yua disappeared into the dancing crowd, twisting her waist, laughing, lost in pleasure. That was when the man began to show his real plan. He moved closer to Emma. First with jokes. Then with soft touches. When he tried placing his hand on her thigh, she pulled back sharply. "Stop that," she said, warning him. He smiled. "No vex Na. I day play." He tried again. This time Emma stood, picked her purse and stormed out angrily. He chased after her. So did Ur and another man she had lured earlier that night with false promises and gentle lies. Outside, the air was cold. Emma stood by the pavement, fuming. Her heart beat like a drum in war. Ur rushed to her side, pretending to be upset too. That's wrong. Why he go do that kind thing? I'm glad you didn't accept. He no say you get man. But unknown to her, Emma had been secretly recording since she started suspecting things weren't adding up. She held her phone in her purse, voice recorder on, ears open. Because Ur's footsteps had started smelling like snake trail. Moments later, when Ur returned to the man privately, she began speaking her dialect, unaware that Emma could understand small. She 2-day form, she hissed. I no say she go embarrass person like this. She do like say she be virgin. The man laughed coldly. I don pay already he said. Make she no form holy here. They both laughed. Back where she stood, Emma's heart broke like dry calabash thrown on stone. She wasn't just tricked. She was sold. By 2 a.m., when the club was closing, they had no choice but to leave. The man, still angry, said he would drop them at his apartment nearby since getting a cab was difficult that late. Emma didn't want to go. But the city was dark, strange. So she followed, eyes sharp, phone still quietly recording. They arrived at a small but lavishly furnished flat. Emma sat in the parlor, arms folded. She could hear Ur and the man arguing in the hallway, voices low but sharp. Then the man returned. He came again to Emma, tried to touch her, made more advances. I'll give you 200,000 Nigerian nairas, he whispered. She stood her ground. 500k. She still refused. 1.2 million. That was when she screamed. Will you get out of here? I'm somebody's woman, not your property. He stood back, shocked. At that same moment, she saw a face hiding behind the visitor's room door. Ur. Peeping. Waiting to see if Emma would fall. Probably hoping to record it herself and send it to Io. But it didn't happen. Later that night, as the man sulked in the parlor, Ur knelt before him. I fit make your night sweet, she said. He pushed her aside. Nau I want before. A beg shift. Emma saw it all, peeping this time from the crack in the door. Her heart was tired. Her trust broken. Her soul confused. By 5 a.m., Emma was already dressed. She booked a cab with shaking hands, packed her things, and stood at the door. Ur, she called softly. Cab don come. You day follow or I day go. Through the window, she saw Ur still sitting close to the man, whispering things Emma could not hear. Moments later, Ur joined her in silence. They rode home together. The cab was heavy. The air dry. When they reached Lagos Country Home Estate, Ur opened the door and stormed out without a word, leaving Emma behind like a stranger. No thank you. No sorry. Just footsteps fading like friendship in the dark.